Now in this question we have to make two functions. First is the submit function to write the records of the student in binary file student.dat, and second is show to display the records where stream is PCMB. Then we have to invoke both these functions. The important thing is the record format. As you can see, this is a dictionary where the key is 1 and this one key representing the whole record in the form of list. Like this you have to store the data. Okay, now these are not the individual key of the dictionary. Dictionary key is 1 and this one key is containing whole record. Like 2, the 2 will contain the whole record. 3 will contain the whole record. These 1, 2, 3 will be considered as the record number. Okay, now first you have to write the submit function. Import pickle you can write above because both the function need this one, so we are making it a global declaration for this one. Then submit empty dictionary, opening of file. 2 records I am storing here. As it is not mentioned, you can store 5 or you can use a while loop here. So firstly we have to take the values for the list and then how to make a key. As the key is to be updated from 1, it should be 2, 3, 4. For this one we are taking the x variable. As you know, the range function would generate a range here 0 and 1. Okay, the first value the x will take is 0, so I am using 0 plus 1, it will be 1. That means the first key for the dictionary 1, and this first key will hold the list. That means this complete record. Then we have to dump it in a BF file object, that is in the student.dat. The record will move again, the x will become 1. Take a new input for the list and it will be 1 plus 1, 2, and then store a list for this one. Okay, so now when you will do the second time this key will be 2 and the record will be like this. So this function is complete. Close the file. Now the next part is the show function. We have to write the another one show function which will display the data, and this is the coding for the show function. Now here I am using with open instead of using the open function. We are working with open. Okay, now as in this one you have to write the as keyword with the file object. This is our file object. Empty dictionary is required because basically the format of the record is dictionary. And then this one again, as you can see here, we are not having any range loop, but we need one variable which will act as a key. Here we cannot write a constant one because in the next iteration how it will become 2. So here we have to take a help of a variable to change the key. The value of this is 1. Try block, you know, the control will come inside this one to try this code, and while true, that means the loop is infinite times true, and then it will come here pickle.load. You have to fetch the first record here, and then we are receiving the value of the first key. The x is 1 now, the one key value in a list. Why we are using list? Because the data format is the key is having the data in the form of a list. So it will receive the complete value part which was in the form of list in variable L. Now we are directly checking if the third index number, as you can see, the list is having on the first index number roll number, second index number student name, third index number percentage, and the fourth index number was stream 0, 1, 2, 3. So the third index number in the list is for the stream. We are checking the third index number is PCB. We are printing the data here and then increasing x. It will become 2. When it will pick the second record, here we are using D2, that is the second key. Data will move in L like this. The loop will keep on going, and when at the end, when the pickle.load statement will found no data in a file, it will raise an exception and a file and your control will directly move in this block. As you know, in this case it is not compulsory to write the closing, but the try needs a exception. So here either you can give this one or you can give any other statement, like instead of this we can write this one also. Any statement could be here, like we can write when the exception raised, it will come here and it will write finish. Now this is a third part, write a program to invoke both these. So we are invoking these two functions. Now take an execution of this one. Firstly we have to enter the data in the form of list, then percentage, and then the stream. The first record done, then they are asking for the second one. And when we are going to press the enter, the next function will invoke, that is show. So it is displaying the first record because only one record which will match the condition. You can see the key here. Okay, it is displaying only the record. Why? Because we have displayed here what? The key dx. If we will print d, only d, then it will display the entire dictionary. But here we are picking only the value which is present at the first key, second key, third key. So this is the value which is present at this one. Okay, and then when the loop is finished, it will come in the exception and display finish. Now see the effect. If we are not using the key here, then how would the data appear? Again I have to execute the code, like first record, second record, as you can see the difference between these two code. Now I have removed the key, so the output is coming like this. The 1 is acting as a key and this is the data for this key. Okay, similarly if you will display 2, so 2 will be the key indicating, this is indicating the record number.